Welcome back to the Isaac Abrams Show, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest, writer, artist, podcast producer, and first-time philanthropist. Please welcome Jessie Rules, everybody. Jessie Z Rules. She's actually a real-life philanthropist. Maybe the first time I've called someone a philanthropist, and it's been true.
Yes, I do that.
Yeah, you do that.
I do that.
It's a fascinating talk, guys. We chat about all kinds of stuff, all about art. And if you want to get some of Jessie's art, you can go to Etsy.
Yes.
Or YouTube.
Yes.
Or
Instagram.
anywhere but OnlyFans.
Yeah, not on OnlyFans.
We're not on OnlyFans.
I don't want to do that one.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell everybody your Instagram handle real quick.
Jessie Z Rules or Jessie freaking Rules. But yes, if you look up Jessie Rules on the internet, you'll find me.
There you go. Look it up and then come back and finish this episode.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Well, hello. It's
Hi.
nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's so good to be seen again.
Right.
I can't believe you drove all this way.
Yeah, I usually drive that far to do anything
Okay.
because nobody lives where I live.
Yeah. Well, we can't tell. It's a secret location.
Yes.
It's a secret underground layer.
Yes.
Right.
I love those.
Yeah. Under a mountain.
Yeah. Or maybe on top of a
It
mountain.
could be.
Yeah.
But we won't say which mountain.
They won't know.
Right.
That's
Because,
good.
yeah, you can't, if you disclose the location of where you make your art, then everybody's just going to be knocking on the door, wanting free art.
I wouldn't answer it anyways.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, I just look and ignore it. Like when your phone is ringing and you just don't. I'm like that with the front door as well.
Yeah. If I text somebody and then they call me right away, I'm like, I'm not going to answer you. If I wanted to talk to you, I would have called you.
That's not what we're doing here.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
texting right now.
Yeah.
But if you text me more than like 5 times, it's a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm still a texter. I have ADD, so I'll text people 100 times in a row and none of them will have anything to do with each other. And they'll all be important.
That's hilarious.
I info dump and then I disappear. I said everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You said your half and you don't care about the other half.
I'll wait for it.
Yeah. My mom does that with handwritten letters.
Oh, yes.
She just gets her side out and just mails it to me.
Maybe that's what I should do.
Yeah. Handwritten mailed letters.
Yeah. And then they have to just read it and process all of it. And then they can come back to me when they're ready.
Or not.
Or not, yes.
Or just never come back.
Because sometimes I say things and there's this tone that people use. They'll say my name. They'll go, Jessie.
Oh.
And that means, why did you say that?
Yeah.
And so,
Disappointment.
Jessie, it's usually something gross.
Yeah. Are you a gross person?
Not really. We all have thoughts.
Yes. One would hope. Yeah.
Sometimes I just say them out loud.
Yeah. The best people say what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I think.
People be like, why do you have that look on your face? I'm like, do you really want to know?
I would say no immediately if you said it like that. Like, never mind. Yeah, absolutely. I changed my mind about that for sure. I'm going to do this.
Okay,
this
do
is
it.
a game called Let's Get Deep. And it's supposed to be for people to get to know each other, like roommates and family members and stuff.
Okay.
But I occasionally pull it out on guests that I don't know very well. So I'm going to let you pick one, and then I'm going to ask you the question.
All right. That one.
This one says, do you prefer people coming over or do you prefer going to someone else's place?
Oh, I prefer people coming over.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I can be in charge of the food and the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, I get fancy with my coffee. I'm not a snob about it unless it's the gas station.
Yeah.
And then it has like chunks. But yeah, every morning I make my coffee and I just got a mocha pot. It's like a percolator one. And then I make vanilla bean whipped cream. And I put it in my coffee every day.
What's a mocha pot?
It's like you put water in the bottom and then you put the coffee grounds and then you put the pot on top of it. And so it percolates the water and then coffee comes out.
Okay.
And it's very good.
I always thought mocha was chocolate.
It's MOKA.
Yeah.
I might be saying it wrong.
Well, I just pictured a chocolate pot.
Oh, see, I would
That'd be
like
delicious.
that too.
Yeah,
Yes.
You can make your coffee and then just eat the pot.
I mean, I make bread bowls.
Okay.
It's about the same.
Yeah. Do you, from scratch, like you bake the bread and stuff?
Yes. I have a sourdough starter older than one of my kids.
Wow.
I tell her all the time. She doesn't care.
I want to start doing bread at home. Because the bread that they give you at the store is killing us. It's
Yes.
got chemicals and stuff in it.
I mean, okay, so this is one thing I'll just jump into. I like people to come over because I can control the food and the coffee because the food did almost kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I got gastroparesis. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So that means I have a zillion things wrong with me.
Okay.
But they're not always wrong.
Not always wrong.
Yeah, like
it's on and off sometimes.
I can control it with diet and environment.
Mm-hmm.
And bread and carbs was one of those. So I started making homemade bread, homemade noodles, and I switched to a modified carnivore diet and just saved my own life.
Okay.
I was one puke away from a feeding tube.
What? Just one.
And I swallowed it and I left. And I was like, mm-mm.
Yep.
I choose not that.
So when you do the pasta and the bread, do you order flour from like a different country?
No, I like the fancy flour, but I can't always afford it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Is it but even though you get regular flour from America, it's still better than the bread in the stores.
It's still better than the bread in the stores. You can get unbleached, you can get organic, like you can buy small companies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my best friend, today's her birthday.
Happy birthday, best friend.
Right. She grinds her own flour in her kitchen.
Does she grow the wheat?
No, you can buy big old tubs of it. I was like, dude, I had no idea. That sounds, wow.
I mean, people grind their own coffee. Why not grind your own?
Oh, see, I do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that at home too.
It's better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one fun fact because I'm full of those.
Okay.
I mentioned ADD, so I have a lot of fun facts. Pre-ground coffee is allowed a certain percentage of bugs. Okay. And I have a shellfish allergy. Mm-hmm. Cockroaches trigger that. Mm-hmm. And there are certain brands of coffee that trigger my allergies.
So there's certain brands that have cockroaches in the coffee.
They got bugs.
So all right, let me run that one more time. Pre-ground coffee.
Yes.
Is allowed bugs.
Yes.
And that's why you grind. But full beans.
You would see them.
No bugs.
I mean, if like a worm got inside one and got cooked.
Yeah.
So be it. But
somebody told me one time that if you take the pasta out of the box and you roll it, there's bugs in there. But I've never seen them ever. And I make a lot of pasta.
I mean, sometimes. It depends on where you buy it from.
Yeah. I think there's a certain amount of bugs that they're allowed in like McDonald's and Jack in the Box food too.
Yeah, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even the maple syrup factories, you got to pick the stuff out.
You can't even have pancakes without bugs these days.
You got to tap your own trees, guys.
Oh, man. I don't have any trees to tap.
Yeah, this town's weird.
Yeah.
You need rooftop maples.
Rooftop maple. I didn't even realize I could put a maple on the rooftop.
Now you know.
Yeah. We have citrus.
Okay. See.
Yeah, but you can't tap those.
That's right.
Unless you want orange juice. That would be great. If you never had to pick any oranges anymore, you could just put a little spigot.
Tap it in there.
You go out there in your underpants in the morning, like just getting your OJ.
I mean, I probably would.
Yeah.
It sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm. Now, carnivore, what kind of meats are you eating?
Beef and pork, mostly.
Yeah.
Chicken, sometimes it's there. I was a vegetarian for 8 or 9 years, and then my body just did a 180 on me.
Yeah.
And everything I was eating was making me sick, and I was in the hospital all the time, and I got down to like 90 pounds, and I started eating burgers.
Nice.
Yeah, ice cream counts in that diet. You can just eat ice cream.
You can eat ice cream in the carnivore diet. Mm-hmm. Oh, because it comes from a cow.
Yeah, and it's got eggs in it.
From the ice cream cow.
The ice cream cow, yeah.
Yeah. Eggs are hard to find these days.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. I want to get some chickens, but I don't think the neighbors would appreciate that.
You can get tiny chickens.
Yeah. People are saying that you could get, there's a smaller bird that lays smaller eggs. Quail?
Oh, yes. You can get quails.
Yeah.
I have quails. They live behind my house. I don't eat their eggs, though. I just look at them and go, oh, look, a quail.
You just have a little quail egg hunt?
Yeah, I could. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Easter's coming up. I think this will be out by Easter. This will be out in 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. I don't know when Easter is.
I don't either until Good Friday. And then I'm like, oh, Easter's coming.
Yeah, see, I don't even know when that is. It's a Friday.
Right. But you got kids, so you got to kind of like do the Easter egg hunt thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have to dress up like the Easter bunny?
No. My sister did that when I was little, and it was the scary looking one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We did rodeos.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I maintain that energy.
Yeah. I'm such a brat.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Everything has to be my way.
Yeah.
All the time.
I am a brat.
How many older sisters or siblings do you have?
3 sisters.
Same.
Yes?
Yeah, 3 olders. Yeah. 2 halves and a real.
Same.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, weird.
The simulation is getting lazy, bro. Let's get some variety going.
Pause.
Yeah. What's Elon doing over there? All right, let's hit you with a riddle. Pick a number 1 through 300.
57.
57.
Like the ketchup.
Oh, Heinz.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick. What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
I don't know. An orange?
I got this one wrong too. A carrot. That's so
That's
dumb.
a good one.
Yeah, I got to write your name on 57 though, so I don't ask somebody else. Jessie Rules. How did the rules come about?
Honestly, I don't remember. I do remember in high school I used to write I rule. I was very loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And bright.
Same. Yeah.
You know.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would write I rule. And then I went to college. I got an art degree, but I realized in college they don't check or give a shit. And you're just there, and it's up to you entirely. And so you had to sign in, and I would just write I rule, Jessie Rules.
Mm-hmm.
And they never said a word. And so I just kind of maintained it.
There you go.
I was like, I got to pump myself up. Nobody else is telling me I rule. Now they do, actually. Now they do. They go,
Everybody
hey,
does.
You do
Yeah.
rule. And
Right.
I'm like, hey, thanks.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you're like, it's like those artists, those musicians that are like the self-proclaimed best in the world. Like Prince was like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Shit.
What art school did you go to?
I went to Cal State San Bernardino.
Okay.
It was cool.
Yeah. Lifetime Californian?
Yeah.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Traveled a little bit.
I went to Hawaii. I lasted 6 months. I was 18. My dad was like, yeah, sure, go. So I did.
What island?
Oahu.
Okay.
I was right in Maui.
Wow.
Or not Maui. I can't think of it.
I've never
Waikiki.
been. Okay. You could say literally anything, and I'd be like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Maui's a whole different island. My sister lived there.
I had a buddy once Pandy hit and lockdown was going. He was like, see ya.
Yeah.
He filed for unemployment and went to Hawaii, and he made it about 6 months.
Yeah, it's about 6 months.
Yeah.
They get mad when people just show up.
Right.
Get jobs. They're like,
Yeah.
what are
I had
you
2
here for?
trips scheduled to Hawaii because I've never been, and I got COVID both times.
Oh,
So I'm not booking any more trips.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
The cockroaches in Hawaii are bigger than the geckos.
Do they taste different?
We do eat those ones. I wasn't big on coffee then.
Yeah. Well, they do a lot of coffee in Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if they're putting the cockroaches. That's where it's coming from.
Maybe. I think they would know. They'd be able to easily pick them out.
Yeah.
'Cause they're big and they fly.
Oh, flying cockroaches.
Yeah, I lived on the 10th story and one flew in the window and it was terrifying.
That sounds like Australia.
Like, I'm not afraid of bugs, but when they're this big coming at your face, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah. One bug. Okay. 10,000 bugs. That's a lot of bugs. They'll kill you.
Yeah. They could eat you.
They could.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be eaten to death by a batch of cockroaches.
Or anything.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, let me correct myself. I don't want to be eaten to death.
Yeah, like, would you
Period,
rather?
full stop.
I'll pick none of the above for that question.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? If you had to get eaten to death, which bug would you pick?
The kind, I don't know what they're called. There's a kind of beetle that taxidermists use to clean off their bones, and I would probably choose those because it seems like it'd be fast.
Fast. Yeah, I was thinking like fire ants or something, just like 100 million fire ants. Just take care of it right away.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like it would burn.
Yeah. First couple hours would suck.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, how about this? What if you had to get eaten by like a reptile? Are we going like big snake or are we going like crocodile, alligator?
Komodo dragon.
Oh, they're very slow, right?
Yeah, but they have like poison spit.
Oh,
Venomous.
so you just pass out.
Yeah.
That's a
And-
good one.
And it's a dragon. I feel like that makes it cooler.
Right.
I don't know. If I have to pick a giant lizard, it's definitely going to be a dragon.
Yes. Death slayed by a dragon is a great obituary.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I might steal that.
You could, yeah.
Next time someone's like, which animal do you want to die by? I'll be like, well,
Do you get asked that a lot?
every day, really. Yeah.
You know, I have a question. It's a get to know people question.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me whatever you want.
Okay. You'll regret that.
Okay. I hope so.
If you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, man. I think I'd be a cat.
Why? A house cat?
Oh man, I would like to go outside.
Oh, okay.
But I want to be inside. I would like an indoor-outdoor cat. I think they live the biggest life of leisure, and they're killers, and they're tough, and they're not scared of nothing, and they can jump really high.
All of those things, yes. I have a cat, and I think that secretly she's a gremlin.
Okay.
And just looks like a cat, but she is a killer.
Yeah.
We had 2 cats.
She killed the other cat. Oh no.
I can't prove it. But I do think she did, because we had this other kitten named Goober. She was a Goober. And she got out, and we have it on the Ring camera where my other cat, Bubbles, chases Goober away. And then an hour later, only Bubbles comes back.
Oh.
And she moved all the way back in.
Got it.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah. No more cats.
We'll be nice to her.
Yeah. Is it an orange cat?
No, it's a big old long shaggy gray one.
Okay.
I don't know. She's weird.
I didn't know that orange cats were super aggressive until my neighbor across the hall at my old apartment, he had an orange cat, and it would just gnaw on my arm. And I was like, this cat sucks. And he was like, no, all orange cats do that stuff. And I was like, oh, well, this is my first orange cat friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few orange cats. They do have orange cat energy.
Yeah.
They're weird.
OCE.
Ah.
Orange cat energy.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that.
So you said you have ADD?
I have ADHD.
HD. So
it has the H.
You do have the H.
I do have the H.
See? You gotta go to a doctor to get that H.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that I had it. And then I was diagnosed with cataplexy.
Which is...
You know, in the movies when people have narcolepsy and they fall down?
Mm-hmm.
The falling down is actually cataplexy, not narcolepsy.
Oh.
And they just are usually combined, so...
Because one would assume that you're falling down because you're asleep.
I fall down when my pain gets too high. Mm-hmm. It makes me go to sleep. So it just turns my legs off. Okay. So, I don't need a cane all the time. But if something were to happen, I would be, walking on noodles.
Yeah.
Hopefully ones without bugs.
No bug noodles.
Yes.
Yep.
Cooked ones where they're, wobbly and then I can't walk. And then I have to either take a nap or just wait it out.
And then you have to throw it against the wall to see if it sticks, or it won't be, or it's not ready to walk on.
Yeah, that's accurate. That works.
Yeah.
I've leaned on many walls.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like a wall leaner, like a poster upper, perhaps. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I go to concerts, I'm always at the rail, not because I am so excited to be up front, but because I need to lean on it.
Oh, the front, the front, right at the front.
All the way to the front.
I can't be in the front there because I feel like everyone's just going to come and push against me.
Yeah, I just don't ever look behind me. I'm like, no, it's just me here.
So inspirational. This is an inspirational podcast.
Yeah,
never look behind you.
You've already been there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
What's the last rail concert that you went to?
Well, the last concert I went to was Article Sound System.
Okay.
But I was not on the rail. I was in too much pain. Mm-hmm. I had 3 to 4 millimeters of exposed nerve on my tooth. I've had a hell of a month.
Yeah. This is just this month?
This month.
Oh.
This was last weekend.
Oh, my. Okay.
And, yeah. February 1st, I went to the dentist. Went to a denim show. I love denim.
Okay. Vintage, perhaps? Or just all kinds?
No, the singer.
Oh.
The band.
I was just assumed clothes.
No, the band.
I didn't know the last band that you said either.
I figured you didn't, but that's okay. Yeah. You could just pretend.
I'm 45, so I have stopped listening to new music by 7 years now.
I'm 38.
Okay.
And I like music that makes me happy. Mm-hmm. And so I just find that.
Yeah.
But I love denim. Denim is my favorite. And so I went to one of his shows and I couldn't enjoy it. And I was like, this sucks. Why do I feel so shitty? But I always feel shitty because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And so I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So I went to the dentist and I was like, I think I have a tooth up here. And he goes, oh, no, you have a tooth on the bottom that's messed up. And I was like, no, it's the top. And he's like, no, the bottom. It has to come out right now.
Like a tooth on top of a tooth kind of thing?
I have an old cap.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to check it.
Yeah.
They did x-rays and he goes, no, I have to fix the bottom. And I'm like, whatever, you're the dentist. Sure. So this man pulls a tooth. I go home to February 1st, okay? It is still February, I believe.
Today is the last day of February.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he pulls the tooth, and I go home. Within 12 hours, it's filled with fluid, and my face is like swelling like a baseball.
Yep.
I go back the next morning. I looked like the movie version of the Elephant Man. The Mask. I don't know if you'll remember that one.
The Elephant Man. Was that the one? Was it recent?
No, very old, like 80s.
80s.
Where, yeah.
Who's in it?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
He had a deformed face, and so I looked like that. And I go back in, and they told me it was normal. That's normal. You have to ice it, put salt water. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess. And I'm like in pain. I can't move. It's all hot and red. Like, it was insane. I was afraid. And so they told me to go home, and I call urgent care, and they're like, no, you go back to the dentist. You don't come here because they know exactly what happened already. So the next morning, I go back in, and the dental assistant is talking for me. Like, the dentist who's there that day is like, what happened? Why did she come back yesterday? Why? And so I just turn and look at her, and she sees my face, and she goes, get the knife.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like,
cut her open right now.
Within 2 minutes.
Really?
Within 2 minutes. Like,
so the first dentist didn't want to admit that he was wrong.
Yeah.
They were, I don't want to gender this person.
It was a man.
Of course.
And then the next day it was a different man. And then the third day it was a woman.
And
she
the woman
looked
fixed
at
it.
me and said, you have sepsis.
Just first instinct, just knew it right away.
I mean, I had the red streaks going up and down. Like, I had sepsis.
Wow.
And so she cut it open, drained it, popped my face like a giant pimple, squeezing on both sides. Oh, I could taste it. It was very bad. It was very bad.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know where all of that fluid came from. Was it just in my head that whole time? Does it just make it?
Yeah, it could have been coffee.
Oh.
Could
It
have
didn't taste like coffee.
been.
I would say. It was gross.
Oh, this is an episode of Fear Factor now.
And so she gave me antibiotics straight into it. I started antibiotics and all this, the medication to make sepsis go away. And then I had neon bruising, and it went up to my ear and down to my collarbone.
Yeah, is that a different band?
It should be.
Yeah.
I mean, people write this down. Neon bruising.
Neon bruising.
And so that also is sepsis.
What's sepsis?
A blood infection where you die within 24 hours.
Huh, okay.
Just.
So this could have been it for you.
Yep.
All right.
And so she cut it open again. I went back 3 days later. Like, they don't even speak to me before they do it. They just go, oh, no. Slice that bitch open.
Wow.
And she did the whole drain it, rinse it, squeeze it. And then she had to pick out a bunch of extra pieces of tooth.
Daft Punk song.
And then, oh, man.
Drain it, rinse it, squeeze it, pop it.
Stitch it back up.
Yeah. So now you only go to her.
Yes. And they also transferred me because I was yelling. And I was like, do not ever let that man touch me again.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to make me see that guy, and I refused. And I was making a big old deal about it. Because I'm small. People don't listen to me.
Yeah.
Fucking damn it.
Why would you listen to a small person?
And so I have to get loud. And then they're like, oh, send her away. So they did. And I'm very thankful because that lady saved my life.
Yeah.
Literally saved my life.
Yeah. You probably have a little bit of a lawsuit there for the first two guys.
Well, I have had 5 appointments so far because then the teeth on the outside of that got fucked up, and so that had to be fixed. And then the temporary bridge that they gave me broke, and then the nerve was exposed. And I don't know if you've ever had that, but wow, I was just seeing stars.
Did you walk under 1,000 ladders in January or something?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just getting it all over with.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be amazing.
Smooth sailing.
But the part that is pissing me off is that it's not done. I still have one more appointment. So that'll be 6 appointments for a tooth I didn't even know was fucked up.
Right.
And they haven't even looked at the one I went in for.
Oh, man.
So I have to go back.
What?
And they have all this trauma. And I'm like, oh, now I'm going to be poor and sad.
Yeah. Well, you got to write a book about it now.
I will.
Or at least talk about it on TikTok or something.
Well, I don't like TikTok, but I will. TikTok liked me. I say weird shit.
TikTok is a great place for people who say weird shit.
I know, but I don't like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it, what don't you like about TikTok?
The people.
Okay.
That is also the same about LA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, there is weird people. I saw a guy when I was parking. He was running, but he was standing up as straight as you can stand, and he was doing this one. And I was like, that's not real. But it was.
Yeah, that's not real.
And I just watched him.
That's not a thing.
And then I was like, oh, I have to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. TikTok, people think that they have access to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, people get mad if stories are embellished or anything, but like you don't get to know 1,000% truth about people. They get to choose what they say on the internet. It's entertainment. It's the new reality TV.
100%.
Like that's what it is. That's all it is.
I didn't know this, but on another podcast that I produced, the co-host Kelly told me that it's also a great place to like find community.
Yes.
So like if you have a very small subset of a thing that you do or a thing that you have, you can find other people faster than like a Facebook group or
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Mm-hmm. That was one thing I was sharing all the things I learned because doctors don't know that. You tell a doctor I have EDS and they have to Google it in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's soul crushing. But it also destroys your whole body if you're not aware of it because it's a collagen disorder. Collagen holds every system of your body together. Mm-hmm. So, like, my ribs just will come out whenever they want to.
Out of just boop.
Wow. And then I'll have to lay flat on the floor and hope it doesn't go in and poke my lung.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I asked that.
Well, because it was a very specific situation.
Yeah.
But, like, gastroparesis. I have puked for 7 days straight because I ate peanut butter.
So we're not peanut butter people.
But I'm not allergic to peanut butter on an allergy test because it's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So my body just makes stuff up.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, TikTok was a great place to find that kind of community. And I did help a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I can see it in other people when they're like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And I'm like, oh, I do.
Yeah.
Like not diagnosing, but like you can look at people and know.
Yeah.
There are ways.
And it's a great way to suggest like, hey, maybe look up this.
Just Google that one. See if it fits. Like,
yeah.
Because it might be something close to it too. It's nice to have people relate, especially with chronic pain. Like,
yeah.
I cannot remember the last day that I was not in pain at all.
Were you ever on like painkillers?
Yes, I do take painkillers.
Yeah.
Not every day,
yeah. But
like on the days where I would rather peel my skin off. Then I'm like, oh, I should take something. If I drink 5 coffees in a day, I'm like, oh, I should have taken something. Caffeine is a painkiller.
Yeah.
Like when you get spinal leaks, which I've had, they give you caffeine pills.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'll just drink coffee.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
It is. Then you get all jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to make fancy whipped cream and stuff and be like, it's part of my diet.
You know, you can just whip up a cream.
Yeah. Whip up a cream.
Do you make different types of creams?
Yeah. I do.
All right.
I like vanilla bean. I like the vanilla beans.
I'm a French vanilla man myself.
I like to scrape them, and then I save the little thing, and you can put it in your coffee grounds, and then it makes vanilla coffee.
You can pretend they're bugs.
Yeah, you can. They kind of look like it. They're shiny and oily, too. Oh, I would like to plug something.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right in here.
Cali Rad. It is a festival for Cure Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and this is the 3rd year that I'm going to be helping them. Mm-hmm. I was a host or an MC where you get on and you yell at people, go donate and dance.
Yeah, donate and dance.
Basically. And tag Taylor Swift so she donates too. It's just one of those things where like, I don't know how I earned that spot, but once I got it, I was so happy and thankful to be able to help. And like, I have chronic illnesses, so to be able to help and promote a whole festival that helps a chronic illness is very cool.
Where and when does it take place?
San Diego. Dang, and I can't remember the month.
Okay. It's in one of the 12 months.
Yes.
Yep.
Not January and not February, though.
We're narrowing it down.
I think in May, maybe.
That's a good month for festivals. It's probably during festival season.
Yes, correct.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of October.
Yeah, I don't think it's in
November,
October.
December, January, February. So we got half a year.
In the warmer time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds like the beginning of a poem. In the warmer time, I went to a festival.
In the outside.
Yeah.
And so that one's very cool. Look them up, Cali Rad Fest.
Common spelling like CALIRAD?
Yes. And then there's the wheelchair symbol in their logo. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. They're a really cool family, the ones that put it on. I'll be meeting with Christian this weekend to like help promote. Can
I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'll cut this out if it's offensive. But at a festival like that, do they run out of handicap parking spaces?
Yes.
Everywhere. Do they make more? Do they like extend that area of parking?
Yeah, like if you have a handicap thing, they'll just let you park. They'll be like, park in this whole row.
Yeah.
This is a funny one. The first place they had it was in Oceanside.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't the first one, but the first one I helped at. Through the Roots was the headliner of the band. And the green room was upstairs, 2 flights of stairs, and the elevator was broken.
How did that work?
I couldn't walk the next day.
Oh, boy.
I could not walk. I just cried the whole next day, but I fucking did the whole day. I did the whole thing. I was so proud of myself.
Nice.
And then I suffered a lot. Oh, man.
Was it worth it?
Yes, it was. Because the next year they asked me to come back and help again. Mm-hmm. And to be asked to help do something that's like helpful and magical is very nice.
Yeah. And it raises a ton of money for a cause that you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like it to raise more money.
How much do you need?
I don't know, a lot. It's muscular dystrophy. It affects men more than women. And it kind of just destroys all of the natural, normal things that your body can do. Mm-hmm. So they end up in wheelchairs, and then a lot of them don't make it into like late 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And so anything that can help them live longer, feel better, do more things, have access to more things, and then just eradicate that entirely so that they can be healthy and, get muscle and all that shit.
Where does the money go? Is it the foundation that's putting it on, or like?
Yes, Cure Duchenne is the foundation.
That sounds like something I can't spell.
Duchenne.
CUR.
Yeah, well,
E?
CURE. Cure Duchenne.
That's where I'm starting at, dude. I was like, cure, is there an I in that?
CURE.
Okay.
DUCHENNE. Cure Duchenne.
And they distribute the funds to the right places?
Yes.
Okay.
And the research and all of those things.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
awesome.
The family does CaliRad, and then the money goes to Cure Duchenne. And they do an auction and everything. My dad makes all my canes.
Oh, very cool.
And so I've did
That's
a
an
couple
octopus.
of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a
good.
woodworker also. That's the art that I do.
Oh, dang.
So I'm really admiring the woodwork there.
I figure if I have to use them, they have to be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Does it have secret hidden compartments for like drugs and stuff?
No, I want a sword one really bad, though.
Yeah.
Like.
Just stab whenever you
Yeah.
need to. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's a pirate's life for me. You know what I mean?
I would love to just roll with a sword at
Just
all
swashbuckling everywhere you go.
Like,
oh, wow. You do have.
I like swords. Every year, my dad gets me a new weapon for my birthday.
Oh, okay. Now we got to go through the weapons. What do you got?
I have 3 swords, a throwing axe, and a battle axe.
Okay.
And like a lot of knives and daggers and pocket knives and things like that. I mean, don't count those.
Clearly.
Those are just everywhere.
Right. Do you, are you armed at all times?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I usually have a knife on me at some point, usually. But it's like a pocket knife just to open boxes and stuff.
Yeah, but see, I don't count that. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, I don't know, my cane counts as a weapon too then. But yeah, there's always a pocket knife with me.
Yeah.
Always.
You have a little button on the handle that a blade comes out the bottom.
That would be really cool. Those are illegal in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a switchblade. If you press a button and it comes out, you can't have those.
What
legally.
If it was a lever?
Loophole.
Yeah. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would like a lever sword.
Or you cock it like a shotgun, like, and a knife comes out the end.
Dang. Okay, we have a lot of options and we need to start working on them.
Yeah. We should just stop this podcast and go work on switchblade workarounds for California. Yeah.
I live in a different realm.
I like the word realm.
Me too.
It goes with swords.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like very magical.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
Do you have a favorite fantasy movie that involves realms and swords? Or a book, perhaps?
Yeah. But now that you're asking me, I can't remember them.
That's okay.
The books, I liked the books Aragon. They're about dragons, and it was written by a teenager. And I started reading it when I was a teenager, so I thought it was cool. Game of Thrones I did like, but there's a lot of gross in it where I was like, ew, if they keep talking about this, I can't watch it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, just leave the little kids out of it.
Oh, I didn't realize there was kid stuff.
I don't know. Just people think that if it's fantasy or like history that we want to see that, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah, Hollywood likes to push the boundaries every once in a while, and some of it's unnecessary.
Yeah. I'm like, that doesn't entertain me.
Yeah.
Isn't this...
Like, who's the guy that did The Birds? What's his name? The big fellow with the... He did whatever. But his whole thing was like implied stuff. Like Psycho, the guy that did Psycho. You know, you didn't see the kill, you just saw the implication of it.
Yes. Your brain got to do the rest. That's enough. That's enough.
The scariest movies I've ever seen are the ones where they don't really portray it. You just have to figure it out.
Yes. And my brain will.
Oh, yeah.
It will.
Yeah, especially when I'm trying to sleep.
I don't need to see it.
Yeah. My brain is scarier than the scariest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I just reassure myself because I'm like, okay, so every scary movie that's ever been written, that existed in somebody's head. And they're like walking around at the grocery store too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
We're fine. This is fine. We're fine.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So we did art stuff, and we did penis warmers.
Yes.
Yeah. Crochets. And did you say you did play music at some point?
I have the ability to teach myself songs on most any instrument. Like I can teach myself keyboard. I've played guitar. I played French horn and trumpet and stuff like that. But I am not a musician, no. I work with musicians. I do album covers. I do logos. I do band logos. And then I interview bands and promote bands. For 3 years, I kind of focused on the reggae scene. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, I like comedy. Because whenever I'm confused or I don't fucking know or I just laugh. I'm like, huh,
yeah,
okay. Go on my merry little way. And I don't know. Reggae, it's a little bit limited. I like the positivity that is implied. Mm-hmm. But like the people who sing it don't always live it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I'm getting to know people too much. And then it takes away from the music. Mm-hmm. Step back.
Right.
And so I just focused a little bit more on the art. And like, they're still all my friends and I support them. And so I promote music a lot. I'm involved in music a lot. I street team for a lot of bands. I do, you know, just anywhere I can help people reach their dreams, I like to.
Yeah.
But this last year, I had to focus on don't ignore my own, but if I can still help people on the way and, you know, maybe if they can throw me a bone back, great. If not, that's okay.
Yeah.
But this year has been a little bit more of that. Like last year, I earned a trip to Scotland. I got to go to Scotland.
Nice.
The Highland Flames.
Okay.
It's a glassblowing festival, and I got to take photos there.
I thought it was a hockey team. Yeah.
No, it was. They made bongs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Most glassblowers learn to do bongs first.
I did not know that there were festivals.
I did not either, but it makes so much sense now.
And I was like, oh, I want to go to all of these.
I watched that show on Netflix about blowing flames.
Did you? Catherine Gray was my glassblowing teacher in college.
Oh.
The judge on that show.
Okay.
She's very harsh and strict, but
Yeah.
like in a way that makes you better.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, why'd you do that? I don't know. Well, if you don't know, don't do it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing that like kind of kept me from selling my art was that I just made stuff that made me feel. And then at shows, people would be like, well, what's the intention behind the piece? And I was like, I was bored. And I like cutting wood and gluing it back together. And they're like, no. Like you have to have some kind of artsy fartsy description of it. And I'm like, well, there you have it. Like,
just I'll describe what it looks like, and then here you go.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit the same. Like my flamingo print, I'm so proud of that. Mm-hmm. I'm so proud of that. Why did I draw a flamingo in an astronaut helmet smoking a joint? I don't know. It was in my head.
Yeah.
And so I got it out so I would quit thinking about that instead of sleeping.
And and now everybody gets to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to, you know?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful and it makes me happy.
What medium did you create it in? Did you paint it first and now it's a print? Or like how does that
It's digital. I drew that one on the iPad.
Okay.
And so I have a whole series of things with long necks with helmets.
What are some other things besides giraffes that have long necks? Or are you just putting long necks on regular things?
Things that already have long necks. And I haven't done a giraffe. I did a flamingo. I did an okapi, which I might be saying wrong, but I think it's okapi.
Well, I wouldn't know it if you said it a different way either. So
it's like a giraffe zebra mix.
Oh, it's when a giraffe and a zebra.
I mean, I don't know how they make them.
Yeah.
You know, out there in the wild.
Yeah.
But
well, zebra starts by getting on YouTube and watching some armpit farts, and then the giraffe's like, no, you can't watch my channel.
Wait. So I have a karate okapi. It has a karate helmet on.
Yep.
And I have a dinosaur with a driving helmet because fossil fuels. That makes it funny.
That is funny. Yep. Yeah.
And then I have an alpaca, a scuba alpaca. It has the old school metal scuba.
Oh, the big diver helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stays all crooked because they spit, and that's funny. And then I did a long-necked turtle, like the water turtles with the long necks. And
Long-neck water turtle.
the pointed nose, but he's has a frogman helmet. So he's a frogman turtle.
Frogman turtle.
Because that's funny to me.
That is funny.
The frogman is the, like, UK soldiers or British soldiers, I don't know where they're from. And they hide in the swamps and they cover themselves in all the leaves and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's another name for Navy SEALs, too. They call themselves frogmen.
Do they? Oh, see, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And they're frogmen. And so I did a frogman turtle. And it's very ugly because turtles aren't cute.
No.
They got the pointy weird nose and stuff.
Turtles have pointy noses?
The water ones.
Oh, like a long one?
Yeah, the long neck ones, they're weird.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
They're weird. And so I drew that guy and it's funny. And I don't have a reason. It's funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah, you don't need a reason for art.
So that was the reason.
Yeah.
And then somebody liked the flamingo enough to go, we want that as our album cover. And I was like, yep.
Yeah. So the day job is like graphic design stuff for artists, other artists.
Yes.
And the nighttime job for funsies is helping promote stuff.
Yes.
There you go.
And then
art.
interviews, body paintings. I've done like art classes where I'll host. I did a butt painting class. You know, the one where like you do your butt print to make it all sexy to give to somebody. I hosted a class. And
I think it would be weird if I was like, oh, yeah.
maybe you have one. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't. When you said butt painting, I thought of my friend Brian, who lives at the beach. And if he sees a specimen out on the beach laying out, he will get his easel out and begin to paint them.
Oh.
But in like alien green or like neon yellow or...
I feel like that is a more literal, straightforward meaning. People would assume that one.
That's what
Yeah. I meant like I painted people's butt cheeks.
Oh, you got in there with the brush. You like...
Yeah, and then they sat on the canvas.
Okay. The little transfer situation.
They stand up and it's their ass.
What's left is art.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And you can bejewel it or, whatever you want to do. And then,
bejewel that butthole.
Yeah, give it to someone.
There you go. What kind of canvas can they sit on where they don't fall through? Like, do you put it on the floor?
Yes. Yeah. You put it on the floor. You kind of have to help them up. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do by yourself.
Unless you're photocopying your butt, which is...
Yeah, I did. I photocopied my face. That was fun.
Yeah?
I did like 10.
Like straight or like... sideways?
All the ways. Smooshed it.
Huh. It's like getting a 3D rendering, but you're like...
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
That's pretty much the only reason to have a photocopy machine.
My kids didn't want to do it. I was like, you guys are party poopers. This is fun shit right here.
Are they at the age now where like, Mom, your art's embarrassing us?
Yes. I dress in bananas and stuff and like, so like my mom's a hippie.
Nothing wrong with that.
13, 11, and 7.
13, 11, and 7.
All the lucky numbers.
Yeah. You got a 7-11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is very fun.
Yeah.
I like being a mom.
Yeah?
I do.
I think I would like it too. I would like to be a mom.
I don't know. Dads, they get to sleep more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Their dad sleeps a lot.
I don't have any kids.
I have 3.
Yeah. So me and my partner are going to get I say partner, but it's because I live in California. For everybody back home, people in California say partner when they're in a hetero relationship. Still. I'm dating a woman. I don't know why I have to clarify that. I guess my ego makes me want to say I'm straight, but we want to adopt.
From where?
Probably South America, but we're going to get the average age of all of our friends' kids, and we're just going to go like grab an 8-year-old or something. I don't know if you can say grab an 8-year-old. I've said that on like the last 4 episodes too. It's out of context, or if someone trained AI the right way, you could have a montage of me going, I'm going to grab me an 8-year-old. I'm going to get a 9-year-old.
So, okay. I mean, sometimes I get bored. I might do that. I'm not AI. I'm a real human.
Yeah. But it would take an immense amount of work for a single person to clip that out.
Dang. I do that, though. I do video editing.
Yeah?
And audio editing.
Okay.
I did write a song. I want you to watch it.
You want me to watch your song?
Yes.
Okay. Can I listen to it first?
Yeah, you can listen to it. But it has its music video that it's attached to. So I don't think it's on, like, Spotify, but it is on YouTube Music.
We could get it on Spotify.
I just didn't pay for it.
Yeah. Spotify's tough. Any type of Spotify, iTunes, any of that stuff, it's like you have to pay to host it and do all that crazy crap. But you don't need a label anymore, so that's nice.
I made my own label. I did produce an album for charity, and it's not up anymore. There was like legal issues where a person wanted to pull their song off of it, and it turned into a big old mess. But
it only takes one person to ruin a whole good party.
It was for charity. It bummed me out so bad. I was like, you're taking money back from
charity.
Yeah, the money was going to battered women and children. And I just...
No, I don't want that. I want my own money. I don't want... Oh, that pisses me off so much.
That was about the time where I was like, oh, I think I would like to step back.
Yeah.
I know these people too well, and I don't like it.
You couldn't just take their one song off and put the rest of the album out?
We could have redone it, but we would have had to get all the contracts re-signed. And have, make sure that doesn't happen again and all those things. And so I was just like, whatever, dude. But I, at one point, did have an album that I produced and distributed on my own.
There you go.
I have so many jobs.
Music producer. We list off everybody's attributes on the intro. Writer, producer, blah, blah, blah. We don't have time to do all of yours.
I know.
Multi-hyphenate.
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Yes.
And I do nice things, and I don't know. I volunteer my time a lot. That's one thing I do. I volunteer my time because there are times when I am like flat on my back and can't even lift my own body, and I need people to help me. Mm-hmm. So when I am able to, I will help people.
Yeah, that's very admirable.
It all comes around.
Yeah, that's how I know you don't live in Los Angeles.
Oh, man. I was good, and then as soon as I got to like Santa Monica, I was like, whoa, it's weird here. I'm looking around.
Yeah. Half of it burned down.
Yeah.
But it's only the parts you can't see.
Yeah. That was crazy. Mm-hmm. That was crazy to watch.
It was. And then it rained like 3 weeks later. It's like...
My neighborhood had no power that whole time.
So, unrelated?
Because the wind, and it's caught on fire so many times, and...
Oh, they're just like...
Yep. Just cut it.
Yeah. You guys lost your power privileges.
I had to leave. I was like... I was literally going back and forth across Southern California with blocks of cheese. Save my groceries. They're so expensive.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull one more of these and see what happens. Have you ever been a part of a scandal?
Yes.
Other than the people at the album that you just told me about.
I got canceled.
Okay.
Does that count?
Yeah.
I did get canceled. I had the best week of my career. I was doing interviews. I had my artwork tattooed on somebody, which, dang, that feels so cool.
Yeah, that's permanent.
I don't know. There was a few more good things. We got to interview Rodney Norman, the comedian, and I like that guy. He's an old man. He has an alter ego, and he's, you can just have a good day. Okay, bye.
Rodney Norman, I think if I saw his face, I would know.
You definitely would. He looks like a wizard. We got to interview him. It was like I was on such a high, and that pissed people off. And they just said no and took it all away. And then it turned into, I don't know, just a bunch of like, Jesse's going to ruin this. Jesse's going to take this away. Jesse's going to shut it all down. And I'm sitting there going, no, I'm not. I'm editing. No, I'm still working. What are you doing? And I fought it so hard. Don't. Stop. You're fucking it all up. Stop. And then finally I just was like, I'm done.
So you were in a partnership with other people, and these people got intimidated by your... I'm going to wait until I think of the word that I want to say. Ambition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that. It was...
So they weren't doing their part, so they were like, hey, you can't work hard. I'm not working hard. And then they took it away from you.
And then it all went away.
Yeah.
And I fought it so hard, and I was just like, you can't do this. Like, we're helping people. We had a nonprofit. It was a lot of things. We helped so many people. It was beautiful. And it went away so fast. It was like within a week, all of it was gone. I had to turn in my keys to my studio that we had. I on my birthday, handed my keys over and was like, okay.
Yeah.
Packed up any car, anybody who would come help me get on my whatever I left behind is still there. And I was done. And then the beauty of it, I I took a couple days where I didn't go online because there was a lot of shit being said and none of it was real. I was like, wait, what? What are you guys doing this for? And then I just stopped and I said, I learned a lot. I produced an album. I do all of our editing and recording and audio. I've written songs. I did all the set design and body paintings. Like, I did all of that. That's still mine.
And they were like, we don't want any of that stuff anymore.
That's all still me.
That had to shut down the whole channel then, because there's no way they kept going without you.
No, it was done. All of it was done. And so I was like, okay, well, the lesson is, and I learned it twice, and I didn't learn it right the first time. Stupid. Focus on me.
Yeah.
Myself. If I can do that and make somebody else's dreams come true within 3 years, how come my dreams aren't coming true yet?
Yeah. I'm learning the same lesson where it's like the more successful that I can become, the more opportunity that I'm going to have to help other people.
Yes.
But if I only spend my time helping other people, then I'm not achieving my own goals.
And then you've already found like you've maxed out.
Yeah. But the more resources that I get by focusing on my own dreams, the more resources I can distribute later.
Yeah. And so I kind of had to go back and start over and do it on my own. So it felt like a scandal. It felt like, I mean, there was a lot of things being said where I was like, that's not, you guys literally can see me. You guys can see me. Mm-hmm. You know it's not real. We have a podcast. You can watch it. The words. Yeah.
That sounds like somebody's own personal insecurities or...
It was a personal issue. And I wish them well over there.
Right.
You know,
stay over there.
Over there. Like, yeah. I hope you do great things for you that are healthy for you. Over there, please don't involve me. Don't look at me. Just, I'm focused now.
Yeah.
And so
you don't want that energy in your business relationships or in your life at all.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I had to learn it the hard way multiple times. Mm-hmm. Like, I got into the scene from, do you know the band The Dirty Heads? Mm-mm. The Vacation song?
Probably, if I heard it.
AAA, I'm on vacation. It was all over TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
That's The Dirty Heads.
Okay.
One of their singers is Duddy B. He had a podcast, Feeling Good with Duddy. Mm-hmm. And I always will give them credit for how I even started my career. I was a stay-at-home mom. I just got this bucket load of chronic illnesses. I'm figuring it out. I got divorced. My life was falling apart, and I needed something. And so I went to music. Fine, music. I don't do sports anymore. I don't do politics. Music it is. And Duddy B had a podcast. I started the Facebook fan page for that, and it turned into this whole community of like other Dirty Heads fans, and like we called it the Bunker, and those are my best friends in real life now. Mm-hmm. Some of those people. And so that turned into a scandal as well. Like over time, I turned into a character of the show. They would just use my name and all this stuff, but I was also trying not to die.
Right.
And so
a little busy.
I was a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and there were jokes where I was like, "You can't say that about me," and it just. At one point, they had me on the show to apologize.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was just like, "It's fine. I still love you guys. It's not a big deal."
Yeah.
But that turned scandalous as well, in the sense that they did have me on as a guest to apologize. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that just lit up the fandom. They were like, "Oh, this bitch gets to go on the show now." Yeah.
I mean, I did. I worked my ass off for them for no reason other than I just needed people in my life. Mm-hmm. And I wanted them to do well. And they
did very well.
They did.
Yeah.
And Feeling Good with Daddy, that's still a podcast. Mm-hmm. And their band is fucking successful. And then Jake, who was the other host, Jake Bushnell, he has a barbershop now in Huntington Beach. And like, I'll promote the hell out of them all the time forever. I love those guys. They did start my career. Mm-hmm. They didn't know they were. I didn't know they were. I learned weird lessons.
Yeah.
And so.
Lessons inherently have to be weird.
They do.
Or they wouldn't be lessons.
Yeah, otherwise it'll just be in a book and they'll be like, just read this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I do owe them a lot for getting my name out there, because that's how people knew Jessie Rules, was because Duddy B of the Dirty Heads would say it every friggin' week. Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't say real shit. And so I had to kind of earn to prove that I'm not crazy. I'm just loud and I'm an artist.
Right. People confuse crazy for loud for crazy all the time.
Oh, yes. And yeah. I'm loud.
I love being loud.
And sometimes I'm an asshole and I'm a brat, but like with good intentions. It's never to be hurtful or harmful. It's always for shenanigans and fun and happy.
Yeah, and the internet's polluted with so many people who like want to just fuck with people and do prank videos and just be malicious. And it's like, man, I think we just need a lot more positivity.
Yeah, where's the love?
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to reggae on the way home now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that was my first scandal. It's not really a scandal because I still love them and watch their shit. Go cut your hair there. And then the second one was giving up everything that from that started businesses, nonprofits, podcasts, body painting, all of those things. That got taken away. That didn't end. That got taken from me. And I was told it was taken, and that's when I was like, oh, duh, Jessie Rules. I already have my name. I already have myself. No one can take that.
Yeah.
And so I learned it the hard way, but yeah, those are my scandals. And they ended up being good.
Yeah.
They're good. I wouldn't change them. I wouldn't do anything different.
I always tell myself, like, if I had made any different decision between the day I was born and now, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
Yes.
And I wouldn't trade places with anybody on the planet.
I got some fucking problems, but I don't want yours.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, dang. I have an ex-boyfriend serving 2 life sentences for murder in exchange for the death penalty.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't you.
Yep.
Did it happen while you were together?
It started.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That counts as a scandal, but that's just more of one of those, if people suck, leave. That's my advice.
That's my next tattoo.
Just leave.
Yeah.
I mean, if people suck, just leave.
I mean, you have to leave them behind.
Not everybody goes to every next level with us.
No, we outgrow so many people. Especially in the art world where it's like, and I hesitate to even say the art world because when I say art, I think of like actual like mediums and like people who are painting or doing photography or whatever. But like art can mean so many things, and I have a hard time giving myself credit to be an artist. But like when you're putting yourself out there in any medium every single week, a lot of people are going to be like, well, who the f- do you think you are?
Yes.
Because they want to be doing what you're doing.
Yes. It's arts and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
They go together.
They do.
It is an art.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody is entertaining.
Yeah.
They're fucking not. Some people you're like, oh, okay. That's the wet sock people. I understand what they mean now. And then there's entertainers where they just walk into the room and you're like, oh, this is a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. There are people like that I've worked with in a support role where it's like the artist walks in. It's like the artist is here. And like they just occupy the whole room with their energy. And I just so desperately want to be that person one day where I walk in the room and they go, the artist is here.
Ooh, okay. Let's do it. Yeah. What kind of room?
Any room. Every room.
Every room. Oh, okay. See, I have photographic proof of this. I walk into the room and I get the looks, but then when I walk out of the room, they go, whoa.
Is it from the energy?
I guess.
Yeah.
Like I have pictures.
Or is it the banana shirt?
It might be the banana purse as well.
Oh, doubling down. I did not see that when you walked in, dude.
It's my wallet.
You definitely need a banana sponsorship.
I mean, I would take it.
It is the best flavor. Like if you get like an ice cream or whatever, it's like banana flavored everything.
Did you know that humans eat more bananas than monkeys?
Well, there's more humans than monkeys.
When was the last time you ate a monkey?
I've never eaten a monkey. I bet it would be delicious.
I don't know. I don't think it would.
I mean, it's a lot of muscle. It's probably tough.
Yeah.
But there's people who like eat the monkey brains. What's that movie where they like crack the monkey's skull and they all have a spoon? They eating fresh brains. Remember that one?
I do remember, and I want to say anaconda, but that's not it.
Mm-mm.
That's not it.
I'm not. I don't remember what it is.
I would be sad. I always wanted a monkey. I had kids instead.
So you have 3 monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They grow up and grow out of diapers, and monkeys don't. So.
Right. But everybody still eats bananas.
Yep.
It's a shame how quickly bananas go bad.
Yeah.
But that's what banana bread's for.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do you make your own like banana bread bowls?
Not in a bowl. I've never made a banana bread bowl.
Well, now you have something to do this afternoon.
Oh. Do you know what? I get to pick up a bong today.
Yeah? Do you smoke weed?
I do.
Yeah?
Because I have many chronic illnesses, and so I cannot take many pills.
Okay.
And my stomach will just turn off. One time I got drunk off apple juice. You see, you laughed. It was funny. I'm allergic to alcohol.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with that. I drank apple juice. My stomach wasn't working, and so it kept the apple juice in my stomach until it fermented or whatever, it turned into alcohol, and I took a pain pill.
Yeah.
And so now I have alcohol and a pain pill in my stomach, and I'm allergic to alcohol. And so I had like the full-blown red, splotchy, sweaty reaction, and I was spinning, but I was just sitting on the couch, and I'm like, what's happening? I think I'm drunk.
Yeah. So you don't do edibles. You have to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I won a bong.
Okay. You won a bong in a contest?
Won, yes.
Oh, okay.
So that seems cool.
This show is sponsored by Rocky River Hemp, which is based in North Carolina. So real THC is not, but this is Delta 9. They only have edible products, or I would send you home with a shitload of it. But they don't have anything you can smoke. They don't have flour.
I mean, I'll still eat it.
Okay. Well, then one of those bags is yours.
It's from where?
It's from North Carolina.
Nice.
85-acre farm with my buddy Sam. And he's just, we just worked together on a comedy special. And he was like, I'm going to send you some product. And I was like, great. You sponsor my show now.
Dang, 85 acres.
Yeah. Some of it is a racetrack for his kids' go-kart.
That's very cool. I want that. Maybe I want it in a rainforest, though. That's my goal.
I also have another hemp company over there, but it's it's like a shandy.
I'm aware.
This room is like literally not any bigger than where the cameras are, and I'm like, it's way down the hall.
I was like, oh yeah, over there.
Okay, I have a couple more would you rathers, and then I ask everybody the same question when we end.
All right.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I can't read it unless I raise the microphone. Okay, would you rather be homeless and happy, or have a huge house but depressed?
Homeless and happy.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, because sometimes I can't move. I wouldn't even be able to clean it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
feel
wanna
like
be depressed.
if you had a big enough house, you'd probably be able to afford somebody else to clean it.
You'd think.
Yeah. I would take happy anyway.
Yeah, happy.
Yeah.
Happy wins.
I'm already depressed, so give me the house. But
I try really hard not to be.
right. It's a full-time job.
Yeah. You gotta do weird shit sometimes. Keeps you loose.
Yeah, I tried to fart with my armpits. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose all of your hair?
Oh, this one. Dang, cutting me deep.
It sounds like you'd rather lose all your teeth with the shit you're going through with the dentist recently.
Yeah, this one's hard because I used to I have this Pompeii theory where I'm convinced that we're all going to get dug up in 2,000 years by somebody building a shopping mall. And I want my teeth to be in my skeleton when they find it. And they'll be like, wow, all these people's teeth are fucked up. What was wrong with the world back then?
Yeah.
And it was probably like Cheetos and Doritos. It's actually Oreos. I think Oreos are.
You think Oreos are going to do it?
I think that Oreos are a conspiracy. Hands down. And so, but also I've taken medication that did make my hair fall out, and I was very sad. And I don't know, at this point, with all the pain that I've been in for 28 days, I would say f the teeth. Do I need hair? No. Would it maybe fall out anyways? Yeah, I could wear a beanie. But teeth fucking hurt.
When I wrote this one, I thought only from a purely being a dude standpoint. And I was like, I'll just shave my fucking head. I need my teeth. But I got fucked up teeth, so I don't know.
I thought my teeth were good. And then they're like, no, they're all fucked up. And then also here's sepsis.
Well, if you like that one, you're going to love this one.
All right, bring it.
Would you rather have acne all over your face or all over your body and not your face?
Probably face.
I would go body.
Could you be naked all the time? Because that sounds like pants would be very awful.
Oh, everything would hurt. I didn't think about that. I was just thought of it like a being publicly presentable and being like,
oh, see, I'm in so much pain all the time. And also one of my medications, Reglan, for puking when I can't stop puking.
Reglan for puking.
Yes. It's a great commercial. It gave me tardive dyskinesia.
Another thing I don't know.
Yeah, and that's when you can't control your facial muscles, and so sometimes I look like this.
Did you say tardive?
Tardive.
Tardive. So if you do it twice, it's retardive.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, that's such low-hanging fruit, and I just went for it and just...
I got you feeling fruity, see? I mean, but yeah, so it makes me look like an asshole. It makes
literally. Yeah.
And so I'm unapproachable. I don't remember why I brought that up. Oh, my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I already look unapproachable, so I'm like, whatever, if there was a few zits. But, like, to cry when you put your pants on, that would suck.
I do that anyway. I'm like, why am I still wearing skinny jeans? It's not 2006. I'm crying every day. All right, we got 2 more. Would you rather lose a limb or lose the internet forever?
The internet. Fuck the internet.
100%. Yeah, I grew up without the internet. I could live without it. Okay. Oh, this will go back to the fantasy stuff. Would you rather have your favorite character killed or your least favorite character become the main character?
What was the first option?
So your favorite character, let's say it's in a movie or a book or something. Your favorite character gets killed, or your least favorite character in that same world becomes the main character. I don't know if this is a great question.
Favorite character gets killed.
Okay. I would go the opposite and have my least favorite character become the main, because at least my favorite character is still around.
Yeah. But they're not real. So I don't feel guilty about having them die.
That's true.
Because
That makes me want to write now, because I want to just kill people.
I did write a book.
You did?
Yes.
What's it called? Is it out?
It's not out.
Okay.
I have it halfway done, and then I got really, really sick. And then I haven't picked it back up since then. I also have a photo book on Amazon. I don't know if it's still available. And that one was just anybody that I could get to participate to wear those plastic animal masks and do regular shit. And it was
just like normal daily tasks, but in a animal head.
Like
that's
an
fun.
eagle dyeing Easter eggs.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, or like a cow playing video games.
Where'd you get the masks from?
Amazon. People would just give them to me. I do weird stuff, so people are like, here's this weird thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
be weird with this.
I will use that. Sorry.
What did we lose?
A Skittle. Pocket candy. I am pro pocket candy.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgment here. I was just hoping that it would be Banana Runts.
Oh, that would be so much cooler.
I recently found out you can just order the ones you like.
Yeah.
On Amazon. You can just get 5 pounds of the bananas. You don't need those strawberries.
I like the banana ones.
Yeah. Well, obviously. I mean, what if I was like, what? No.
I mean, sometimes I dress as a pineapple. I do have a pineapple jacket. Yeah. I just feel fruity sometimes.
I didn't watch enough SpongeBob to make any jokes here. The only pineapple joke I can make is about it being upside down. I don't know if anybody's going to get that.
They do. People say that every time.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that I think swingers stole too many symbols.
What else did they steal?
There's like the stars.
Stars?
The big star. If you have a big star outside your house, you're supposed to be a swinger. The flamingos. The pink flamingos are supposed to be a
swinger stuff too?
Yeah, and it started to piss me off because I was like, swingers don't get to just go, that means you want to f me.
That is a pretty sweet strategy. You turn everything into being like, hey, do you breathe air? That means you want to f me, dude.
Sup? Let's trade keys.
Yeah. That's it. It would be weird though if you just a guy or a person, doesn't have to, and non-gender specific human being that breathes air, and you had some of these items in your yard, and then all of a sudden just all these people just show up at your house.
Yes, start knocking.
Right.
Or they made a flyer. They were like, hey, I think something's going down.
Yeah.
You could just do that.
We have a gate around the house, and sometimes we'll forget and not close the gate. We'll just be sitting there watching TV, and I'm like, what the f-? Like somebody hopped the gate to knock on the door?
And then because it's open. See, you're the same. I mentioned this earlier. When people knock and I'm not expecting a knock, ignore.
Yeah.
I don't want your solar homie.
Yeah. If I hear that, the next thing they hear is, what do you want? And then it's usually just a friend of mine. Like, hey, I'm here to have some beers. I'm like, oh, yeah, come on in, dude.
Yeah, see if I know them, they could come in.
Yeah. I don't have a peephole, though. I need a peephole.
I have a glass window on my front door. And I don't like that, except when the raccoons come. And then I do like it.
I love a raccoon.
It has a blind raccoon. It has one blind eye. And, it knocks on my door. It knocks on my door. I have videos of it. It knocks on the door and it asks me for food.
Do you feed it?
Yes. I put the food and then I go back inside. But like every single part of me wants to touch it. I want to touch it so bad, and I am going to.
You should paint a raccoon with a long neck.
I could.
Yeah.
I absolutely could. I've painted a lot of weird things, and I draw a lot of weird things.
Yeah, and you can buy them on Etsy.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So this is the last question. This is how we end. When I ask everybody the same question, what is the best meal you've ever had in your whole life?
I try to make all of them that good.
Wow. That's an interesting answer. No one's ever said that.
I mean, I've almost died a few times.
So if you're going to eat, you might as well make it count.
Dang, like, it can go so fast. Well, my favorite meal at a restaurant is Il Faro in Newport, like Blackie's Beach, and I moan when I eat it. I get the pizza and I get the
Meg
tortellini,
Ryan.
and I go, and it's so good.
It's pizza and what?
Tortellini.
Okay.
And it's very good. And all of my special occasions, I go there, or if I'm sad, like when my teeth were all messed up, and I was like, I just need food, and I went there and I ate a $60 meal, and then the next day, my mouth got all chopped open again, and I couldn't eat for a whole nother week, and I was like, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, it made it worth it.
Right.
My favorite home cooked food, I make a killer lasagna.
I love lasagna.
I do the homemade noodles. You can do homemade ricotta, really, really easy, and that's my go-to. And then I do the homemade French bread, and like I'll get down. I'll just be mixing, and I can turn flour into anything.
Yeah.
I can make glue. You want Christmas ornaments?
Glue.
What do you want? Like, let's go.
I can make glue. It sounds to me like you need to open a restaurant that displays your art and has a podcast studio in the back and a place for you to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. I would do that.
You should do it.
Mostly it's just my house. I'm expanding on your last question because I have gastroparesis now, so I can no longer eat a whole lot of things like vegetables. I cannot have any. And there is one salad that it makes my mouth water. And so I understand the question, what would your last meal be? That's the question. I understand that one differently now because it's not, what are your favorite things anymore? Now that question is, what are all the things you would eat if you knew you didn't have to face the consequences of it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because it will take me out. If it's my last one and I'm going out anyways, I'm going to eat all that shit. I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I want a fucking lobster. I don't even like lobster. Crab legs, fuck it. Let's eat them.
That doesn't count as meat?
No, I'm allergic to shellfish.
Oh, man.
My body, I got MCAS, mast cell, whatever the fuck. You're allergic to things randomly.
Okay.
And so if I eat them 3 times in a row, I'm in the hospital. But my last meal, one of the things would be a spinach salad with baby spinach and apple slices and strawberries and a white crumble cheese and maple glazed walnuts and a vinaigrette dressing.
Wow.
And I want to eat that so fucking bad. I could taste it and I never get to eat it again. And that just blows my mind.
So it's like finish the salad, jump off the bridge.
We're done.
We're good.
Eat all of it. Enjoy it. Taste it. Do your moans, whatever you got to do. So freaking good. And then you don't have to worry about the pain.
Yeah.
That part. That's the part. I understand the last meal now because there are things I can't eat.
Well, hopefully with medical advancements, that won't be the case forever.
Yes. I mean, it did a 180 before. At some point, it's just going to go away.
Yeah.
I already decided.
That's 90% of it.
It really is. You could do that. I was in the hospital and they said, you're going to get a feeding tube. And I said, the fuck I am.
Feed these nuts.
I never did.
Yeah.
I just said, no, I don't choose that. And you can just do that. You can just fucking do that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're definitely an inspiration. I mean, you have so much power and you're so positive for having all these acronyms going on.
It's a lot of acronyms.
Yeah. If you put them all together, do you have
FACK.
the whole alphabet covered?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do. My last name is, I got a Z.
It's rules.
Yeah.
It should be rules with a Z.
It should, but I got the Z in the middle. It's Jessie's Rules.
Right, but if you did the Z, it would cover.
It would all the bases. I probably should.
And then you could just leave off rules sometime. It would be Jessie Z. Jessie Rules, thank you for being here. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for driving all the way out here.
Yeah, of course.
Tell everybody where they can find you again and buy all your shit.
You can find me on Etsy, Jessie's Rules or Jessie Rules. I believe it's Jessie Rules on Etsy. You can find me on Instagram, Jessie Z Rules or Jessie freaking Rules. All of my business stuff usually goes to Jessie Z Rules. You can find me on YouTube, and you will find me at Cali Rad. whenever it is, whatever month that is happening.
You're going to have to do your own research on when that's coming.
I just talked to him, so I apologize, Christian. And yeah, you can find me on the internet.
Right.
When I meet people and they already know me, it is from the internet. So Jessie Rules, you'll find me on the internet.
So if you just type in Jessie Rules, you're the number one Jessie Rules that comes
there.
up. That's nice.
It might be armpit farts. It might be art. I can't guarantee what your algorithm will deliver, but I have many options.
And who's to say that armpit farts aren't art?
They are.
Armpit arts. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.